In a deserted bar on the outskirts of Desful, four youths sit around a table made of black stone, their faces hidden beneath hoodie caps. Flickering red and blue neon lights cast strange shadows, and the walls are adorned with ghostly spirit masks. On one of their phones, a mysterious video plays. A dry valley with cliffs that bear furious faces, drowned in grey mist. The shaky voice of their missing friend whispers, "I'm still here. They took me to the valley." A cold blue light from the phone screen illuminates the table, and an invisible shadow moves in the corner of the bar. One of them unfolds an old map and says, "This valley is Khorasan." Another whispers, "They say the spirits are trapped there." They decide to go to the valley to save their friend. A faint smell of burning lingers in the air. In a dark storage room with engraved walls, the group gathers advanced equipment. GoPro cameras with glowing blue neon lights, GPS devices etched with red talismans, AI glasses that reveal supernatural lights, and sensitive microphones that capture non-human sounds. One tries on the glasses and sees dark red beams floating like spirits in the air. "What are these?" he asks. Another replies, "Maybe the spirits of the valley." They pack their backpacks with glowing batteries and protective talismans. Fear takes root within them, but their resolve is unshaken. The group arrives at the village of Bishe Bazan, where grey mist covers the narrow streets. In an old square, an old man whose face is hidden in the shadows warns, "The Valley of Spirits is cursed. Whoever enters becomes stone. Their voices are taken, only their image remains." He seems to be hiding a secret. One asks, "Our friend is there. How do we get to him?" The old man, with a trembling finger, points toward the valley and says, "You will lose yourselves there." The group looks at each other in fear, but begins moving toward the valley. The smell of sulfur grows stronger. At the entrance to Khorasan Valley, towering rock walls are swallowed in grey mist, and the path is so narrow that only one person can pass at a time. The group puts on their AI glasses, and suddenly cold blue and deep red beams appear in the air, like spirits drifting in the dark. One turns on a GoPro, glowing with sickly yellow light. The cliffs bear angry faces as if screaming. A black river flows at the valley floor, reflecting the neon blue lights. One whispers, "It's like this place is swallowing us." The fog thickens. The group advances through the valley's narrow, winding paths, where the rock walls are so close their shoulders scrape against the stone. "These rocks, it's like they're watching us," one says. The distant sound of waterfalls is heard, but it seems to come from another time. The grey mist thickens, and one feels something invisible brush against their arm. The ground beneath them becomes soft and slippery, and a shadow moves through the fog. Fear crashes over them like a wave. Sounds in the valley slowly fade away, footsteps, wind, birds. Complete silence envelops the valley, as if time has stopped. The group looks at each other in horror, their voices stuck in their throats. One checks the microphone, but only dark red static appears on the screen. The AI glasses reveal ghostly shadows moving through the mist, their cold blue eyes glowing. One gestures, "This place steals sound." The rock walls seem to close in, and the fog traps them like a wall. Deeper in the valley, the rocks begin to take the shapes of monsters and spirits, with furious faces frozen in stone. The AI glasses show pulsing dark red lights inside the rocks, as if they have hearts. One whispers, "These are the lost ones." Another responds, "They say anyone who dies here becomes stone." The smell of burning grows stronger, and the ground beneath them seems to breathe. One feels a rock staring at them, and through the glasses, a familiar face appears in the stone, perhaps one of the previous victims. Suddenly, the AI glasses show a human-like shadow in the mist, their lost friend. He whispers, "I'm still here, the valley took me." His face is blurred, as if the forest's curse has consumed him. The group runs toward him in panic, but he vanishes into the mist. The GoPro captures a glimpse of him, but the footage glitches, showing only dark red static. One yells, "He's here!" but the rocks seem to laugh. Terror spreads through them like poison. Deep within the valley, time begins to twist. The GPS devices show that the group is in another century. One says, "This valley is a trap." Ancient wails echo from the cliffs, as if the spirits of past victims are screaming. One feels something invisible grab their neck. The grey fog seems to lock them in. One whispers, "We have to escape," but the paths seem to have changed. Suddenly, one of the members screams. The ground beneath him softens, and a rock with a monstrous face swallows him whole. His body turns to stone, and his face is carved into the cliff, a silent scream frozen in rock. The group pulls back in terror, but the walls close in tighter. One shouts, "The valley is alive!" The burning smell becomes unbearable, and the glasses show the rocks breathing. The group runs toward the narrow paths, searching for a way out. In the chaos, another member runs toward a gap in the mist, chasing the voice of the lost friend. He vanishes into the darkness, leaving only a pocket watch behind, its hands turning backward, with a carved symbol resembling the cloud forest, where no one has ever gone. The group yells, but their voices are lost in the valley's silence. One mutters, "We're next." The glasses show more shadows moving in the mist, and the terrified group runs toward the exit. During their escape, the group finds a massive inscription carved into the cliffside, telling an ancient story. A forgotten tribe imprisoned spirits in this valley, but a curse turned them into living rocks that devour every newcomer. The inscription reads, "To break free, silence the source of the voice." The AI glasses reveal dark red lights beaming from the carving, as if it's alive. One checks the pocket watch and sees the cloud forest symbol again. The grey mist seems to lead them toward that place. The last two remaining members run toward the valley's exit, but the narrow paths grow tighter. The cliffs seem to chase them, and the glasses reveal ghostly shadows moving through the fog. One feels something invisible grab his leg. Ancient wails grow louder, and engravings on the rocks form threatening words. The ground quakes beneath them, and the burning smell chokes them. With their last strength, they sprint toward the dim light of the exit. Breathless, the two survivors emerge from the valley and reach a deserted road. They look back, but the valley is shrouded in grey mist as if it never existed. One holds the glowing pocket watch, its hands still turning in reverse. The smell of burning still lingers. One whispers, "I thought it was over." But they feel the curse still follows them. The AI glasses show distant red beams, like the valley is still watching them. Weeks later, in a grey city, their lost friend suddenly appears before the two survivors. His clothes are wet and covered with dirt and rotting leaves from the native plants of the cloud forest, where no one has ever ventured. His eyes are cold and empty, his behavior unnatural. He whispers, "They keep us there until we forget who we were." Before anyone can respond, he vanishes into the grey mist, leaving behind a single leaf from the cloud forest. The group looks at each other in horror, realizing they must go to the cloud forest, where memories are stolen.